Well, hello, you are hiking with Jenny on the Appalachian Trail. Today's day 158. I just left the Frye shelter, and there was only one other person camped there. They were southbounder, so I'm sure that most people probably had gone into town to wait out the rain, which would have been the smart thing to do. But, you know, it wasn't all that bad. It actually did rain all night last night, but it cleared up by the time I got up, which was great. Today I have a bigger day planned. I'm hoping to go 14.6 miles to get to a campsite that's like by a road. But the terrain today looks a little better. We're still going to be climbing over 4,000 feet of ascent. But from what I've read, the trail gets better. So hopefully I can make okay progress to get there before, I don't know, 7, we'll say. I don't really like to hike past 7 nowadays. It starts to get dark. It has been getting dark earlier. I think yesterday kind of like started getting dark around 8. So really, 7's kind of pushing it now. I didn't really film much last night. It was just kind of get stuff done as fast as possible so I could get in my hammock. Because like as it was dark by the time I like actually went to bed because of all the camp chores that you have to do. And I just didn't really want to take extra time. Well, I just spent an hour at those cascades, ate my lunch, dried out my socks on a sunny rock, booked my hostel stay at Rangeley. So I'm going to be staying at Camp 43, which is a new hostel, and sounded like they were pretty full, but then they had a cancellation, so I got in, including today 3 days of hiking to get there. I have started a climb. This is supposed to be more of a gradual ascent, although it's starting off kind of steep, probably because I just came from the cascades down there, but I'm going to be climbing for a while. Still have like 10 miles left on the day, and it's noon, so we'll see how today goes. Wow. Is that not one of the most beautiful swimming holes you've ever seen? So it's hours later. I'm still making my way up Wyman Mountain. The trail is actually deceptively challenging through here. Not because it's steep, because it's not, but like all these little things you have to step over create obstacles that slow you down, and so it's really hard to get a good rhythm going. And then you've got all this mud and stuff, so you have to try and figure out, like, unless you don't care, how to get around the mud. And it's just really slow going. And plus I'm dragging because of the heat. I think I'm really close to the summit, but there is a viewpoint here. That's crazy. Look at all the windmills. I wonder what those are used to power. Thank goodness this climb is almost over. I feel like I've been climbing this mountain all day. You're not going to believe who just caught up to me. Lone Star. I was shocked because I just assumed he was like days ahead of me at this point. but he's been not feeling well. I mentioned back in Gorham how he wasn't feeling well then, and apparently it just never went away, and he's not sure if it's flu or Lyme or what, but he ended up taking a 00 in Bethel, and he just got back on trail today. I grabbed a notch, and he's caught up to me now, but he's gonna stay at the next shelter, Hall Mountain, I think. I was planning to go past that, but I'm gonna stop there and have dinner, so I should get to chat with him a little bit more. It's just been a day. I don't know if, I think it's just like the terrain. I guess this is just what I have to look forward to in Maine, is just stepping over kids' toys the entire time. It's so annoying. So I just had my dinner at the Hall Mountain Shelter with Lone Star. So I feel better now. I feel more fueled. And Lone Star is camping there tonight, but I'm gonna go on. There's a brook called Sawyer Brook in 1.4 miles, and it's all downhill, so I figure I can do another 1.4 if it's, especially if it's downhill. Even if it's like messy, gross terrain like this, I can still do 1.4. It's currently 6:22, so hopefully I can make it there by 7:30. Give me time to set up my hammock and do my remaining camp chores. I don't have to worry about cooking dinner, so it's okay if I'm there a little bit late. Because I'd say like that's my least favorite camp chore to do in the dark, is eat dinner. Cook and eat dinner. Not the funnest thing for me. I'm sure some people might be wondering if this means that I will hike with Lone Star again. And I would say that is unlikely. He still, he has the set date that he wants to finish, and he is like very firm in that. And I don't want to finish on that day. It just doesn't work for me. Like, we just happened to coincide today because he took those 0 days. Otherwise, he would be a couple days ahead of me. He's doing 16-mile days through this section, and I struggle just to do 12, so I am not going to be doing that. Alright, I made it to Sawyer Brook. So this is the site of an old shelter, I guess, and you can still tent here. So I am going to set up my hammock here and call this home for tonight.